Kinnaman Coyotes. Today on Making Things with Mr. Reed, we're going to be talking about how to make really cool stuff with air dry clay. So this is something we're going to be doing in a few grades here at Kinnaman. Yeah, let's dive right in. Let's get started. All right, here we go. So today on Making Things with Mr. Reed, we're just going to talk about basic shapes that you can make with clay and how they all fit together to make different forms. Form is any kind of collection of shapes. For example, on this, I believe this is South Korean good luck cat. I know there's a name for it, but I don't know what it is. It's super cute though. I can see some basic shapes starting out. The head, I can see is a sphere, like this marble. See? And in the middle, the body part I can see is a cylinder. Cylinder is another name for something like a soda can or like a circle, but stretched out. It's a 3D shape. See, you can see that it's kind of a cylinder shape. And then the ears, we can see are triangles. Honestly, if you can make a sphere like this, a cylinder, and a triangle, you can do a lot of things. So, first thing you're gonna do, I'm gonna set my little examples right up here. My marble not roll away. Most of the time when you start with clay, you start with something like this that's pretty gross looking. It's got a lot of cracks, a lot of little pieces. What you want to do is turn it into something like this, which is a smooth sphere of clay. So the easiest thing to do is first kind of try and roughly get it into a sphere shape in your hand. And then you just need to roll it around. If you've ever baked or done anything with dough, a lot of times you turn dough into balls kind of like this. See, it's already starting to lose those cracks and edges. Let's do a little bit more. We do want it to be nice and smooth to start out. We're going to be making, I guess we can use this for the head. We'll use this for the head. I've already got another sphere ready to go to use for the body. So here we go. Now we have a pretty nice sphere, still like one or two little things. If you see there's like one or two little cracks, you just sort of rub your finger on it. It'll disappear. If we have a little flat part now, we can just roll it again in just a second. But we'll take a look. Yeah, that looks good. Let's give it one more quick little roll. There we go. Now we have a good head for our cat. It might be a little bit big, but whatever, we'll deal with it. So now I want to show you how to make this cylinder shape for the body. So this is about the right size for the body. You want to kind of make a guess and try to get it close whenever you pull off your clay. So the way you make a cylinder is you just start rolling the ball, but instead of going all around like we did before, you're just going to go back and forth, back and forth. And eventually you're going to get kind of a cylinder marshmallow shape. You'll notice that the ends are a little round. You do want to make sure that you go all the way around though, otherwise it winds up being kind of flat like an oval. But see, we're starting to get that cylinder body shape already. So go back and forth. And now I'm just going to turn it and smack it on the table so we can get a flatter edge. Watch. One. I'm not holding it too tight. Two. See, look, there's a little bit, but it's still, when you flatten it like that, it kind of gets thick again. So we still need to stretch it out. I'm just pressing a little bit down. It's kind of hard to see. I'm not pressing like super hard, but a little hard. As we do, the more you press it, the wider it gets. See how we're getting a bigger shape now? This is what we started with, and now we've kind of rolled it out into a log. See, you kind of have like a concave hole shape here. But again, we'll fix that by going 1, 2. Now we're pretty much ready, I think. 1, 2. I'll do one more little roll here just to smooth it out. There we go. Also, you notice when I'm smacking it, I'm not holding it super tight. It's actually really loose, like that, because we don't want to squeeze it in. We want to keep that nice round shape. All right, so now we're pretty much ready. Here we have our cylinder shape. So I'll leave this flat just so you can see here. And I'm actually gonna, this is way too big for a head here, so I'm actually gonna tear off part of it and just give it another little roll. See, if you wind up making your shape and it's a little too big, that's the nice thing about clay is you can just tear a piece off and go a little smaller. See, there we go. That's a little bit better. It could still probably stand to be a little bit smaller, but I don't want to take too long. So here's that part. And now the last part we need is a triangle shape. So we'll take part of that sphere that we just tore off, and we're going to try and guess towards about the size of the ear, so maybe about like that. And again, we do want to make sure that we don't have any little cracks or pieces. You can do the rolling thing in your hands too. by just sort of spinning it around like that. See, look, we already have almost a nice little marble shape. And the way to make a triangle is pretty easy. You just squeeze it right there and then push. See, you can already kind of make a triangle with your fingers. See, the only problem is it's a little thick, but again, we'll just flatten it out. We'll just keep going until it's the shape that we want. Just kind of turning it, flattening it. Look, now we have a pretty nice little triangle that we can put on top of our character. Again, I'm just going to kind of tear off a piece, turn it into a sphere, just like this. And oh, still a little cracked. Let's give it a little bit more. We want it to look nice. One thing it is true too that you can do, we'll talk about next time, is how to use water to eliminate some of these cracks and edges, or sometimes your clay gets a little dry. Water fixes a lot of things. All right, there we go. See, we even give it a little bit of this triangle, a little bit of a round shape that it fits on our head a little easier. See, and there we go. So now we have the start of our character. Next time what we can do is we can add arms, we can start adding some of these details like whiskers and noses and eyes, but for the beginning, this is pretty good. Now, the only problem is when this dries, there's a good chance the ears and the head will all separate from each other because we didn't join them very well, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about just how to make the shapes, to make the basic parts of clay modeling. So, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.